I tell my friends who ask me about the law of attraction that they are creators and that they have the ability to focus, kind of like your words. And you have these five senses. And you have a sixth sense, which is your feelings. So we have the ability to hear, smell, taste, and see and listen. And hear. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So we have these five senses, and your emotions guides all of these, and you're able to create and tune in to whatever you desire by feeling good, by let's say if you want to tune into a vehicle, you want a vehicle. Basically, you have to use your five senses to charge yourself, for the vehicle. You have to imagine the color that you want to see. You have to smell like the leather, the interior. You have to hear the engine. You have to, use.
And we're going to ask you a question.
Yes.
If a person were able to do that, to see it and smell it and so forth, what effect would that have on them in the now?
I think that it would charge them to.
And what does it feel like to be charged?
It feels good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what you're actually saying to your friends, rather than saying you can create or attract a car so that you can feel good, what you're actually saying to them is you can use your mind to feel good right now.
Yes.
See, this is a really big distinction, because once you get it that you can use your mind to feel good, and you feel good, then you're on the disc, and everything that you put into your vortex can flow to your experience.
Yes.
So most people have it backwards. Use your mind to get the car and then you'll feel good. Use your mind to feel good and then you'll get the car. And now we want to take it a step further. Use your mind to feel good, and getting the car won't matter because you feel good. But that scares people. They think we're trying to talk them into just feeling good. No one wants that. So how are your friends taking it? Don't you find that most of them are still eager about life? Or have they convinced themselves that they can't have things so they don't feel so good?
I mean, they get excited, and they practice, and they see things come to them.
We like to encourage focus and awareness of what the focus brings. And so we encourage choosing things that you don't have resistance practiced about. In other words, if a person has wanted a car, and they don't want just any car, they want that car. And that car doesn't just cost a little, that car costs a lot. And they don't have that kind of discretionary income right now. And since they're equating having that with spending that, and spending that with earning that, then they have some obstacles in their path that they have to overcome.
Yes.
So we like to encourage them to get the hang of this by using the power of their mind, spending the vibrational currency on things that the universe can yield to them right now.
Okay.
Right now. Esther was sitting on her porch the other day in Texas, and she'd been out there for a few hours, editing, working on some different things. And the pool makes quite a bit of noise because there are waterfalls involved. So she was enjoying the auditory sounds around her, and there was an occasional frog and an occasional bird, but for the most part she was there, she was alone, and it was a quiet morning, and she'd been there for hours. And then, for pleasure, she started focusing on a rampage of thoughts, and she came to a point of clarity. Some of it we have discussed here today. A point of exhilarated clarity, and the little bugs in the trees that she doesn't see but she knows rub their legs together and make noise. There must have been 100,000 of them who all applauded at the precise moment that she came to that thought. And she looked out into the trees where she could not see them and said, I know. Because she knew they had been inspired from that broader mastermind to rendezvous with her in an obvious way as a demonstration of alignment, you see. Now, you just can't buy that with money, but you can spend your vibrational currency on it. So as you encourage your friends to just focus upon things that they don't have resistance about, and you together play with them in conversation about it, and then hang around together for not very much time, an hour or two, and watch how many demonstrations the universe will give you that lets you know that we are all aware of what you're talking about, aware of what you want, aware of where what you want is, and aware of how to lead you to it. And boom, again and again and again and again and again, you're going to have that affirming experience that lets you know that you are the center of the universe, that there are masses that are standing in the wings where you can't see them, that are in on what you are in on, assisting you, you see. You begin to feel never alone. You begin to feel always involved. You begin to know your power and your value and your worthiness, you see. And it doesn't take very much of that before you say, oh, I like that. What about that? I like that. What about that? So that you begin directing the energy. And what you'll learn both about monetary currency and vibrational currency is the more of it that you spend out the bottom, the more of it comes back in the top. In other words, you'll just find yourself so involved in the expenditure of this energy that feels good, and therefore the equivalent reciprocant of more energy coming back in, that it's not like, have you ever had a nest egg, a little clump of cash that you really didn't want to spend because that you didn't know how soon you were going to get more back in, and so you didn't want it to go out because it felt like diminishing? Mm-hmm. Well, this is the opposite of that, because the more of this you spend, the more comes back in, until you begin to understand that you can have a little bit that you're rotating, or you can have a lot that you're rotating. You can have a little clarity that you're rotating through you, or a lot that you're rotating through you. You can have a little bit of cash that's rotating through your experience, or you can have a lot of cash that's rotating through your experience. This is what you are demonstrating to your friends, you see. Our favorite conversation about the universe demonstrate, we would encourage all of you to make a short list, maybe as soon before you even drive out of the parking lot. Just get something to write on and make a short list of something that you would like to see that doesn't cost any money necessarily. It could, but it doesn't cost any money. It's just something that you're interested in seeing. Just pick something. Write 3 or 4 things on your list and watch how fast the universe brings it to you. Not once, but twice, but again and again and again and again and again and again and again, in demonstration that we saw you write it down. We know what you meant by it. We know where all of those things are. We know where you are in relationship to all of those things. And when you're feeling good like you are today, there's going to be plenty of demonstrations of that alignment. And once you show yourself that with that list, then you can make an endless list.